Viewers, fans, and subscribers all the same, welcome back to the online sessions here on GameFAQs.com live. Y'all already know the jam, right?
Yeah.
Here with me today is one of the old schoolers here in the Transformers community, formerly of War-Crying Warlocks. I'd like to introduce you guys to W.c.W. Epsilon, better known as tyre25.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
And join with me in our session here today is going to be Con Brawl. So Tyree, how's everything been, man? It's been a while.
Oh man, it's good. Just chilling. Happy February, came, and happy all the stuff that happened with it, Yeah.
That it did, and it was a lot of good stuff that happened throughout this whole month. I can't complain.
Indeed, indeed. So what's up with you, man? How things been? Anything new?
Overall, myself, I've been pretty good this past month. It's been pretty hectic trying to take care of things in real life and then trying to find time in order to come online and do what it is I would like to do and try to juggle what it is I do need to do. But I've been able to find a pretty decent medium point right now that's fairly decent.
That's always a good look, man. So let's go right into this interview, bro. What's up?
Alright, let's start us on in. So, to start us off here, alright, question one. What inspired you to make a difference in the communities you were a part of?
Well, one thing that inspired me was seeing that Transformers Fall of Cybertron was going to come back to the PS4. So I decided to make a community called Fall of Cybertron Legends. It got to be like roughly 300 strong. But I actually removed it after a while because, I noticed a lot of the OG players didn't really come back to the 4. They decided to stay on 3. So, yeah, I would say that's one thing that kind of inspired me, it coming back in general. Yeah.
Fair enough. And there was a lot of nice players that I saw when this thing first dropped that did hop on over the PlayStation 4 version, that did try and get a chance to drop a line for a little bit, because we got a chance to see Straxus come back for a little bit. Heck, he's back in the community now, actually.
Even Kai Stone too, by the way, which was kind of interesting.
No way! Kai Stone?
Yeah.
Wow! Oh wow! Okay, I knew LG came back for a while.
Yeah, he came back, and it was pretty interesting. I had to give him a welcome shot, He's one of the former W.c.W. members too.
Hey,
so,
LG, Painkiller. Me and Tyree saying hey, man.
Oh yeah, LG, that's my dude right there. He's cool. It's fun to run with him. And that damn destroyer. Oh Lord.
I'll tell you, that's one of the finest hover destroyers I've seen.
That was his main class, Titan. His Titan's nasty. I think he had the most nastiest Titan on Ball, as far as I'm concerned. It was always hard to get him.
Okay.
But yeah.
Alright. So, as for the whole thing, where did for the communities, what inspired you to make a difference in the communities? Because I know from Transformers you went on into making Nebula Realms.
The vibe. Like Transformers is universal for everybody, first and foremost. I mean, I'm 32 and I still love Transformers. I mean, I'm a collector. So, I mean, not major, but only Hasbro, no third party. So, I don't know. I just, wanted a different vibe, so Nebula Realms, I was like, alright, and that's when I made PCU. It's Party Central United. It's a whole bunch of people gathered together to form one community. All of them are up in age. But yeah.
Okay, so they're all
cover music and
our
events.
age.
If there's an update on like Nebula, I'll post it and talk about it, tell people what's new, what to expect, what not to expect. Fashion, you get the females in there taking pictures and decent pictures and putting things together that kind of are innovative. So yeah, It's pretty nice.
Okay. Are there any other communities that you were able to take part in that was able to give you a little bit of the same type of vibe from where you came from?
Not so many, because like even the one that I made is a rarity, because it kind of included a lot of people that did PlayStation Home, which, you know, I know it's a bit off the Transformer subject, but I mean, since we're talking, I mean, yeah, it kind of had a lot of people from PlayStation Home on there, and they had their own little crews. So this is just like, it's a mutual place, you know. I guess you can call my community France in an instant, because we're just mad mutual. We're not getting in shit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, you don't hear shit about France. You don't. No, they're quiet.
Yup. Because you never know. They might be compensating for something by waiting.
Indeed. Indeed, bro. But yeah, that was pretty much it.
Okay. All right. Question 2. How has the online community affected you all around?
The online community for Fall of Cybertron, right?
Fall of Cybertron, or just the Transformers community itself?
Right now, the community is ishy because, you know, I got all these truths going on. People don't want to kill each other. They're scared.
Wait a minute.
Instead
on PlayStation 4,
fight.
there's more of these truce things going on?
Definitely. Big deal. I mean, I actually had a team chase me down last I played. People on my team were giving away my position. So, I mean, hey, I thought it was funny, but at the same time, you know, not everybody's going to find it enjoyable as I will. Right, CJ? Right?
Alright, well, that's definitely something that does need to stop, because, I mean, the online community is doing good right now. I mean, it should be doing really good. Okay, that's something I'm probably going to take something here to address real quick. Alright, dudes and dudettes on PlayStation 4. Stop with the trucing. What the hell do you guys gain from just casually playing, leisurely playing and walking by people that you should be shooting in the face? The objective of the video game is to enjoy it with friends, going back and forth and back and forth. Having truces takes away the fun in honestly trying to play the video game. Because this happened once upon a time just last year in W.c.W. until people finally got the idea about stopping with the truces, just because you got people on the other team that are better than you, and so you want to instigate a truce. That way you can kind of sort of enjoy the game when you got others that may kind of sort of know about the truth and kind of sort of take advantage of it.
I'm one of the few people that actually enjoy, even if I die, I actually enjoy it, because at the end of the day, I learned something. I learned how to combat you and what you have, and I know what to expect next time I fight you. So, I mean, hey, as I say to all my friends, I've said it to people like Quintessa, I've said it to people all around, and friends. Fight your fight.
Fair enough. And hopefully that message will get out there about ceasing with the trucing, because it robs you of the fun of actually playing online with friends and learning the true benefit of good teamwork and just good online fun, because you get better with playing with friends online.
Oh, shouts out to Thrilling Frost, one of my friends. That's one guy that does not go by any type of truce. He just fights. I respect him for that as well. Thrilling Frost. Shouts out to Thrilling Frost, Player 1. Stay woke. Yeah, no, all those people are really solid players. They may not be high in the ranking, but they're solid players.
Fair enough. And solid is as good as gold.
And you as well.
Oh, I thank you, Tyree.
I've never seen you rage quit or get mad about taking an A whooping or anything like that at all.
Plenty of times when I get outnumbered. I say most people rage. I just say, hey, bring it on. Let's rock.
Yeah, that happens, bro.
Question 3. Alright, what is your stance on hackers and commonplace cheaters?
Oh man,
Feel
I
free to
never
take
ever
your
had to
answer.
hack.
Feel free to take
I never
your
had to
time on this.
really. I definitely will. I never ever had to hack playing Transformers. Some people feel like I'm hacking due to how I killed them, but I can definitely promise that that's never happened. I've never even learned the ghost glitch yet,
I
or at
think
least
that's
not
a big
properly.
benefit.
I want double crucible shifts. I won't have rookies out there without
So I mean, yeah, like I don't like it. You know, some glitches and things like that are pretty interesting to know, because then you know how to combat people that do it. You know, but if you don't know how to combat people that do it, then you're out of luck. I can honestly tell you that. So there is some benefit in learning it, you know, to shut down the cheaters, yeah.
Okay. And there is. That's one thing I will say after a while, that there is a benefit to knowing a lot of glitch spots, which is one upside I
As a
will
matter of
say
fact, you
after
were the
having
one who
played
said
against
that to
Nod.
me. As a matter of fact, you were the one who said that to me. I just remembered that.
Oh man, that must have been a long time ago.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey man, I remember our conversations.
I thank you. It's better than my memory. But I will say there is a benefit from having played with Nation of Domination for so long, is because you actually spend so much time actually seeing how they play and where they get in all the little cheap shots at. Boom, now you know.
Actually, you know what? So I didn't mention this, but I used to play with them before I played with W.c.W.
Really?
Yeah,
Hmm.
I used to run with them all the time.
Oh, which guys were you
Winterbow,
cool with?
Gears, and you know, Eat Around the Bush,
Oh, I love Idar.
Itachi Uchiha. Now, Eater's no joke. His name pretty much will tell you exactly what he's going to do if he runs into you. You know, I give him props. I give him mad props. I've actually been on the team with him at one point, and it was me, him, and a random, and we shut down Gears completely. He couldn't get a kill the way he wanted to. He had to switch to a destroyer. Gears a destroyer, right? I mean, even you kind of want to giggle about that punchline, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, definitely, he's a beast. I don't forget people like that. I really don't.
Oh, okay. Alright, because I got no problem with most of Nod. It's just some of the older heads I know don't like me for reasons known and unknown. And a few of
Oh,
them
you know
I've
what?
gotten along with.
On the flip side, honestly, bro, I could say that people that aren't too bad of a person, Itachi's not too bad of a person. I can honestly say that. I mean, I can say Eater's not too bad of a person, but I am going to say that Winterbow, that's one stupid ass bunking. I'm just going to say it. You can quote me on that.
I don't blame you.
And Gears,
I've had my head bumps with him that I can explain in a bit.
Gears, he just needs help all the time. By himself, he's not even remotely a challenge. But yeah, moving on. Fuck you, Gears.
Basically, I mean, the best dudes from Nod that I get along with, still to this day, I get along with Big Bear, I get along with Bulldog, Psycho Koala, Kylo
Psycho's
Ren.
dope.
Yeah, Psycho's
dope.
nice.
That, honestly, in my opinion, you know, and this is the honest to God truth, A9 is a cheap imitation of him.
I can only go by people's words, but I have to believe. I mean, I've seen A9 sniping and it's pretty good, but if all the old schoolers say that this guy is still tops compared to what they've seen, I'll take their words for it, because a lot of them have seen many snipers come and go on the grid, so they know a good quick scoper when they see one.
Koala's a nasty, nasty sniper. Like, you know, and I think he used to use the Path Blaster and the sniper combination.
Oh, that's a classic setup.
At one point, I think I've seen him use that at one point.
That's a
and he
full-on
got real
sniper
good. He
build.
actually inspired me to get better with the Path Blaster because after I seen him do a few things, I swear I was like, all right, my secondary weapon will always be, like a Path Blaster.
Gotcha. I mean, dude, the one that inspired me to get good with the Path Blaster was a really very good scout player. His name was Pray for Your Life.
I never ran into him. Must be new.
He's one of the founders of LSC. It came after EO.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm not quite familiar with him then. But yeah, bro, like I really could say like, Psycho. That fool's crazy.
Okay. When Tebow, I thought the guy was okay at first, but I had my run-in with him after like I did the whole thing about what the truth about Gears 1984 video. Like 8-9 months later down the road, this guy comments on my channel trying to tell me what to do. Get the hell out of here.
It sounds like to me he needs to take his head out his ass, his bunk himself, and be more concerned about his personal life. Because honestly, like the way he went about the whole thing was more like somebody that's just like, how Gears had his little group. Some of those guys were like literally like fans.
Yeah, they were fans of his,
like,
but they weren't actually idiots or anything. Like, they were really good people to be around in their own right.
Yeah, Winterbow's actually an idiot, though, so that's the difference. You could tell, I swear that guy might be inbred. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
Possible.
That's pretty harsh. I know it's harsh for a podcast or whatever, but I'm gonna be honest, y'all, like, Winterbow sounds completely, utterly special. And not in a good way. So, yeah.
Well, he's got his friends helping him.
Good luck on that.
Question 4. Let's reiterate it or some. What is your stance on individuals that have had to bend the rules, seen or otherwise implied, to achieve a goal or prove a general point?
I see proving a point on somebody if they're being a complete douche and you just trying to like show them, hey, there's different ways to do things, to stay woke about the situation. I could see it that way, but if you're just doing it to do it for the hell of it and not have a purpose, just make sure your purpose is just. That's the whole point. Make sure you have a just purpose before you do something like that. I mean, I've answered some of these questions you asked me, honestly, a bit ignorantly with some of them because I just don't have a filter. I tried to keep it, but it's kind of hard. So, I mean, yeah.
It's okay. This is your podcast. I mean, I want you to be as comfortable and as honest as you will be.
Oh, well, honestly speaking, I think it's no cause for cheating at all. Unless it's just to benefit you and trying to keep, like, stay woke to what people can do that don't want to fight you head on. If that's what you're doing, then cool. That's fine.
Okay, because I know in a lot of examples, well, there are some past players that don't play anymore that I can give a couple of examples of that have had to bend the rules in order to prove a point or achieve a goal. Especially when it comes with either leaderboard grinding or point stacking, where you can do that in order to stack points. Like, unfortunately, I have to mention his name, but Bobo the Clown was an example. Or, in modern day terms, Chris Ratchet ended up being a person that did that, or his son, rather, using his account.
Chris Ratchet. Wow.
Yeah, his son did that. His son did that a long time ago in order to try and get the jump on leaderboards. But once he actually got up there, then he stopped playing it like that, or stopped playing legit, one or the other. But those are a couple of examples of those that have bent the rules, taken advantage of glitches in order to try and climb leaderboards or to gain something that they could have just gained doing it simply. But you're either going to be lazy or ignorant about it.
See, that makes sense. Makes sense what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to see what your stance is on people that have had to bend the rules in a similar fashion in order to gain something. And this can even be for.
It's no point of bending the rules like that. It's no point unless you absolutely have to. I mean, but when is that? When is there a case for that? It's non-existent, right?
Right.
So, I mean, if that's the case, then I feel like there's no point to breaking the rules. I could be down fucking 30-5. You know, it goes back to, like I say, fight your fight. You know, you stick in there and do what you can do. Don't worry about everybody else. Just fight and don't cheat. That's it.
Okay, well, let me try this. All right, let me try this question. All right, what about in clan battles? What about this? Because that's where it gets a little tricky.
You sure as HE should not be cheating in the clan battle at all.
But there have been some people that have
The clan battles. Oh, really? If that's the case, I mean, they don't say anything about it, then fine. But I mean, all I know is, no offense, you know, I do believe snitches get stitches, but like, I'd be damned if I'm gonna let somebody just kill me and cheat.
Well, here's an example of how you could cheat in a clan battle, and I've actually witnessed this. Yeah, fuck it. You know, I'll give an example from a clan battle that I've actually moderated and reffed the entire clan battle. This was a clan battle that was about a year or so ago between KOA and Cap, or it was new W.c.W. But that name sparked a needlessly heated argument on GameFAQs.com that Clunker Slim instigated. Yes, I'm mentioning you, Clunker.
Clunker, oh, that guy.
Yes, that guy.
He's kind of a bitch.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. I don't need to, apparently.
But there was a huge stint about it because W.c.W. came back into the community for a little bit because one of my students that I was trying to teach and help get better at the game, W.c.W. Spawn was his name.
Just a minute.
No problem. Hey Jesse, what's going on, man? How's the Battlefield thing going?
Okay, man, I'm good. I'm back.
Glad to hear that. Alright, I'll get back to you in just a sec, Jesse. I'm gonna finish up my work here, okay? Alright, but like I said, in the clan battle thing, okay, there was this huge thing that, because after that clan battle, they went on ahead and did the name change at Clunker's request. And then that's how we ended up with the Cyber Alphonic Plague, or CAP. Anyway, so new W.c.W. came into the thing. He popped it out there on GameFAQs if any of the old W.c.Ws would have a problem with W.c.W. coming back into the name, because he's not trying to leech off of the past success or something, but he wanted to bring it into a new era. Nobody said anything wrong with it.
I'm not on GamerFAQs, so I don't. No, I'm sorry, bro. No disrespect to anybody who's on GamerFAQs, but I kind of actually have a life.
Fair enough.
It's like I never really pay attention to people's rants about how they feel, but I do remember him ranting about my community. I believe he ranted about it. It was him, I think. Don't quote me, but yeah.
What would he have to say about Nebula Realms? You guys are doing something good.
My personal opinion, I mean, I say, you know, let sleeping dogs lie, man. You know, why even want to use a name of something unless you have the people that actually made it beneficial? I mean, shit, like, think about it. If you don't have the original Rage Donor, you don't need to be bringing that shit up. You know, if you don't got Kai, you don't need to be bringing that shit up. If you don't got, you know, fucking, what's his face? Nigel, you don't need to be bringing that up. You know,
that's very interesting that you mentioned Nigel, because he actually got it. He actually did weigh in on this. He was one of he did say that he was okay with it just to see how well said person could screw it up. He was okay with it.
That sounds like Nigel.
Yes. And that's why at that time, what was it, later on down the road, when I actually got a chance to meet LG and Diablo, I'd sent them the links about this and see if they were there at that time, would you have said yes or no to this? But, I mean, in the end, the whole thing of new W.c.W. went down, so I mean, it was a nice thing at the time.
Yeah.
LG said that it was an interesting thing.
Was it for the PS4?
No, this was on PS3 when this had happened.
Oh, nah, dude, I wasn't. Yeah.
This was not that long ago. This was like I want to say last year, almost 2 years ago.
Oh, dude, yeah, definitely. I wasn't playing it like 2 years ago. It's been a while since I've been played that particular game on PS3. So, you know what? Honestly, as somebody who was a member of the crew, I mean, I came a little later than some people. And by the way, the name was Epsilon Dark.
Oh, thank you. I will include that.
Yeah, it's all good, bro. I think if they can live up to the hype, that'd be one thing. But if you're not living up to the hype, then you should really leave it the hell alone.
Okay. Well, they had a lot of really good star players that were on the grid at that point, because a clan that was that was right before them that had a lot of really big star people in it. It was a very controversial clan that started out because it had beef originally with my clan.
Hey, what's up with this berserker shit though that's going on? This little group. You know what I'm talking about?
Berserker.
They call themselves the Berserkers or some sort. I think I've seen like Kevin Jello and a few others. What is it called? Is that what they call themselves?
Wait, brawlers, berserker? I don't know. I don't know, but ain't nobody got time for that.
I've been paying attention to certain things, especially Transformers wise. Some things I pay attention to, some things I don't. Game Effects I don't, but if I see it on PlayStation 4, I kind of I'll look.
Oh, okay. This is
I
on
think it's
PlayStation
garbage.
4.
Yeah, I think it's kind of garbage when like, don't get me wrong, I'm all for like dominating things, but you got it's like a thing you got to have and the have-nots. For example. If everybody had, how fun would it be?
If everybody had what?
Say if everybody in the world had money, just for example. All right, bro?
Yeah.
And nobody was fucking broke. How do you think things would be?
Well, by that analysis, the poor would be... I have to think about that. The middle class would not be rare. It would not be scarce. The middle class would actually be decent right now. The poor, I think, would be reckless with their money. Some of them.
All right, let me help you. So check this out, bro. So say something like that happens. This is an example I'm getting to, or better yet, like I'm good at making examples, so I'm going to get to it. All right. The example I'm giving is, if everybody had money, certain things that people like to get on a daily would go up in price. Think about that.
Whoa!
Like you seen Dave? You seen Dave Chappelle, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You remember the reparations thing they had for Dave Chappelle? That was kind of funny.
I remember that some, yeah.
Or all the minorities got money. For those who didn't have it or already had it, they got more. When you do stuff like that, it boosts up the inflation. There you go.
Inflation.
Now let's use this inflation, and let's compare it to team deathmatch. You got a solid ass team, and inflation is high with that particular team. What's the point? Somebody has to have it, and some people have to not have it. That's what makes the world the world.
A clan that has good players and a clan that doesn't have all good players.
Exactly. Like, it's almost like you have nothing to strive for at that point because everybody's good. You have no reason to push yourself. You can stand back and just rely upon them heavily.
Yeah, and they pretty much just carry
it. Now, my concept before I actually got into W.c.W. was the fact that I have a standalone complex. Yes, I'm an anime fan.
Oh, Ghost in the Shell. I love that Ghost in the Shell reference.
Okay. Go. I have a standalone complex. I don't like teaming with people. I hate teaming with people. I've even told you this before, right?
You did.
Okay, I don't really depart with people. Even when I'm playing against my homeboy player, like, we don't always, pour it out together as a team. For him to get me to do it, it'll be very occasionally, and it'll just be for the fun of it. But you know, if I like to handle myself, and I work well by myself. What the different things made me join W.c.W. Like I actually was fighting them myself, like literally. It was me going against them and maybe one other guy, and he was pretty much non-factor. You know, and I was able to at least kill 2 or 3 of them by myself. Of course, I got to overtake. It was kind of like a suicide job at the end of the day. But still, I like fighting my fight, and I couldn't preach it to anybody if I didn't follow myself. And I think if you have too many players on one team that are too good, they get lazy. When they're apart, they'll fall apart completely because they don't have that lifeline to back them up and always watch their back.
That is
so
a
it kind of
really
makes you weak
example.
in a way. Kind of makes you weak in a way. You want to stay strong? Run by yourself a little bit. You want to team up occasionally? That's okay. But
You just don't want to try and have the team up thing be like the only thing.
The point of it is unplug the umbilical cord. Eat by yourself. There you go.
Be sure that you can hold your own.
Exactly.
I got you. And there's actually numerous clans that I can attest to that example. Because we've known, I mean, heck, you've been in the game. I mean, heck, you've been in the game since the beginning. So I mean, you know about overpowered clans, and eventually they will. Heck, I know about them. There's some that will get lazy after a while.
We all do.
Yeah.
Even Khan knows about it. He knows what's going on.
Oh yeah. Oh, I keep Khan up to date with everything in the community, so he knows exactly all the examples I'm talking about, or that we could be referencing.
By the way, shout out to Khan. He's actually pretty good. Khan Brawl, right?
Yep.
I ran into him a few times. He's not bad. Not bad at all.
Well, Khan, that was it you.
But yeah, bro.
Okay.
That's my thoughts on it.
Fair enough. It's question 5. Does leaderboards hold sentimentality for you?
It never did. Okay, now this is the funny thing. It never really did until one day on PS3. Remember Ling Bella, right?
Yeah.
I used to call her Ling Ling. That was her nickname for.
Oh my.
Yeah, it was kind of a funny nickname. I never paid attention to how high I was on the leaderboard until she mentioned it to me. She told me I passed you on the leaderboards. I'm like, what the hell is that? Because when I used to hop on War, all I would do is just go in. I literally went in with like that kill everything mentality. I didn't care if I got killed in the process. I wanted to take people with me.
W.C. basically generates
it's just me. Because it's just me. And even in war, even in fall, yeah, man, that's always been my attitude. You know, I got with W.c.W. toward the end, but I didn't really get too codependent on them. That was the main thing. You know, but they were all good by themselves, but some of them, and I'm not the type to put people's name out, but some people relied on other people more than others, you know. But
and
yeah,
I can understand that.
So yeah, I mean, honestly, that's just what I think about it, bro.
That's one thing I've noticed about a lot of the leaders from the group is that they all seem to be very individual. They're very highly intelligent individuals.
Yeah. Because I mean, let's be honest. You got leaders and you got your followers.
That's true, and they know how to. And they were a group that knew how to really stick to the masses in having a bridge generation with newer players or kid players, and then older gen or with adult gamers and kid gamers together in a group.
Mm-hmm.
And very few clans can structurally unify that mindset. And you guys were the first ones that successfully harnessed that mindset and introduced a whole new spectrum of.
You know, and honestly,
playing.
like the leader wasn't an asshole either. He was actually pretty cool. He was cool. He never really crossed nobody or treated people funny. It was like a thing where we all just played because we loved the game. I mean, I feel like what brought that group together. I wasn't there in the beginning, but when I got there, as late as I got there, I felt like what brought them together was the love of the game.
And I could feel that in a lot of you guys' voices when I interacted with a lot of you guys. Is that the love of the game and playing with you guys as friends, and even the group that they have on Facebook, they all still talk with each other. That's the core of what made you guys have a universal friendship and that bond. And I can hear it every time I talk with you guys.
Yeah, I just, I'm just the loner of the group. I feel like I'm the loner of the group, and because I don't mind everybody, but like I just, like I said, that standalone complex has always been a plus for me, and sometimes it could be a negative, but hey, that's life though, right?
Right, there's a positive and a negative.
Exactly. As long as I had my balance, I wasn't concerned about shit, to be honest. And I had it with them, And sometimes that name alone will make people want to gun you. And sometimes it make me either want to gun you or either make them want to rage if they see it. Because they recognize once they see that tag, they got a fight on their hands.
Ooh.
I can honestly say nobody in W.c.W, none of them were punks. None.
Shard this, the shard that.
Got it.
What about the crucible?
Got him.
But yeah, bro.
If so, did leaderboards matter any to them?
I'm not sure how they felt about it. For me, it didn't really matter up until when somebody mentioned it to me. Then I was like, oh, that's what that is. I never played even when I play fighting games. I don't play fighting games for scores. I play because I like it, so I just pick up the stakes and keep going. So if I'm at the top, I'll never notice. But like for example, for the PS4 version of Fall, like I bust my ass. Like I was happy just to get past fucking Gears. You know what I mean? And I think the results would have been the same even if he stayed because he didn't have his lackeys to help him. So that means he had to earn every last one of those kills.
True, and it would bring him back to the grindstone of why it is that he got really do being on leaderboards in the first place.
Yeah. See, people like him could never make it in W.c.W because like he's too codependent on everybody else instead of himself.
And that's the thing I've noticed about Gears. Not to go back to Gears again, but in a sense,
I mean, if we're talking shitty players and shitty people, then hey.
Well, he's unfortunately near the top of my list. Yeah. Yes.
He's near the top of mine too. I mean,
with him, he's a teamwork person, but he's not a team player. That's the thing. He plays off of a team, but he's not a team player.
Yeah, it's easy to play off them because they're out there. How can I say they're accommodating his style to win for them. They're doing what a team should do. I'm not going to knock that. Let me say that.
All their styles complement each other.
But it doesn't. No, they complement his style.
Oh?
Not each other. His style.
Damn.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, when you build your style around one person, all those guys, in my opinion, I feel like they built their style around one person. And main focus when you play with them is everybody let Gears get the charger. Matter of fact, let me tell you a funny story. One time, I popped into a game. It was on Fall. It was on 3. And, man, I just came in the game. At this time, I was just a really crack-ass shot with my path blaster. Like, I never really had to aim, I didn't really have to aim it that hard. I was able to sling blade shots. Like, literally. And it was one kill, and somebody was trailing Gears. And it was in mid-flight in the air, okay? Keep in mind, going fast to a fucking health cube. I sling blade, 1 path blast shot, no, 3. I take that back. Bink, bink, bink. Decepticons win the match. Fucking Tyree! Fuck! Da 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 da.
My.
Hey, everybody gotta die sometime.
You're not wrong. But then...
he seemed a little surprised hearing it too. It's like, jeez. It gets real, man. It does.
It does. I mean, I just... Real quick, and then I'll go into my sixth question. There's also something I'm going to ask another W.c.W. guy whenever I get a chance to podcast.
Shoot away.
How deep was the bad blood between W.c.W. and NOD?
Get up and give it to me.
They hate us. Like, this goes back to that bunking ass dude, fucking, what's his name? Winterbow. This goes back to bunking ass Winterbow. I can't even say it right, I'm sorry. Bunkin ass Winterbow. I'm gonna say it one more time.
Wait, sorry, Bumpkin?
Bumpkin ass Winterbow.
Gotcha. Okay.
No, the boy can barely talk English. You sound like inbred, I'm sorry. I keep saying it. Anyway, I popped in with my WCW tag one time. He didn't know who the hell I was. You know, because that's one thing we did. We didn't really say who we were. You just had to guess who we were. You know, and that was it. For the longest time, people thought that Dark Spider was me.
Whoa.
So they figured out it wasn't. But that being said, like they would hate on us extensively. They'll try everything to kill us. They'll bring their people in at the last minute, try to get them to join, to help them out because they might be getting whooped. But you know, I never really got into a clan battle with them. And if they did do a clan battle with NOD, it probably was before I joined. But I can honestly say, while I was with them, I don't think as good as NOD may be. I play with all of those cats too, you know, and I can honestly say even some of them came a little bit later. Like I know people like that one Bulldog or whatever the hell his name is. He came a little bit later. He wasn't there from the start. I can say that, like, honestly, I was there from the start, but they actually cut me out of the picture because, you know, Gears didn't really like me because I would go in on his ass, just like I go in on everybody when I see them. That's my creed, you know what I mean? We can be friends, but I'm going to kill you.
Alright, because the early players, I know Gears was one, DC was one, Psycho.
Yeah, so
Winty,
so I can honestly say, like, that being said, like, they really didn't like us at all. But all of us were efficient though. We were sufficient on our own. That's what made us dope.
Gotcha.
There are a few people in NOD that wasn't sufficient on their own. Now the ones that I had named in the earlier podcast that I actually nodded to, you know, I'm not even really including them into this conversation. I'm not even including Itachi, Get Around the Bush. I'm not including those two. Though I have more respect for those two than everybody else.
I want double crucible.
So I mean, I can honestly say I could say fuck everybody else and give them a nod and say, yeah, they was dope.
Okay, fair enough. That is your opinion on that, so that I can respect that.
Yeah, I like making myself clear. Sorry, bro.
That's all good. That's all good. Okay.
All right, but I'm ready for the next question for sure.
Okay, I just wanted to try and see if I can just take a quick trip down memory lane to try and just get an idea about where the whole thing with Nod and WCW came from, so that I could get a little bit of light shed on from what I could gather on Game Facts. This helped a little bit in that direction. Question 6. Have you had the chance to play for a clan or a gaming group of friends? And if so, how has the clan scene evolved your perspective on being in the community?
Whoa, bro, I have not been in a clan battle in forever.
Oh, not even in a clan battle, just being in a clan.
In a clan?
Or if you want,
I have not joined a clan since them. I have literally not joined a clan since them. And I don't know if I will be up to joining a clan. That's the thing. Like, I felt like the camaraderie there was so good, and the communication was so good as well. Like that, I never really had to need. I haven't ever joined another group at all.
I
I mean, that was the only group I officially actually joined, because it actually let me be me. I'm an assassin type kill person, so it's like, okay, I was able to do my thing and play my style to my strengths. I didn't have to compromise for anything. So, no other clan but them, honestly.
That's when you know you're at home, if you can play online with them and play
Exactly.
how you love to play.
Exactly.
I know exactly how you feel.
And if I could actually play a match with them all together, like again, I would love that. Just like a fucking, how can you say, a reunion match with everybody going against somebody. That would be really nice. Just to see how much people have progressed and how much they haven't progressed. That would just be kind of cool.
I got you. I know there's still a few W.c.W still around. I know Kaistone's getting. I think.
By the way, if you see a Rage Donor on the PS4 version, that's not the original Rage Donor. I just want to put that out there for everybody. So y'all don't think y'all bodied Rage Donor because you didn't. That's somebody else.
Okay, I was
The
wondering.
dude's from the guy's from Xbox. He said it himself. I have the messages. I could probably show it to you later, bro.
Damn, you wanted to, you kept that just in case because you wanted to be sure. Oh shit! Don't tell me Rager's back in town. You thought that once upon a time.
I mean, everybody thought that. I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, shit. I'm like, hey, dude, is this Rage? And then the one I killed him, I said no. Fuck no, it's not Rage.
I would have liked to have had an opportunity to
Hey,
meet
just
him.
a minute, bro.
Okay, no
Just
problem.
a minute, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Fight hard, Guardian. Doesn't help you or your opponents to go easy.
Yes, he said he would be right back.
Arenas are holding.
Do me a favor, in it, and I'll be right back. Okay?
Okay, no problem.
All right, cool.
All right, Jesse, go on ahead, man.
Keep it together, our side. Nothing to shoot here.
You sent it to me in a text in TAC chat, I believe.
We have to act immediately. Red Legion is everywhere. The tower
Is this a battlefield?
attack, but we'll be stronger for it.
Interesting. Revolutionary. Is this Star Wars inspired by chance?
Dying is an essential element of the crucible.
Okay.
Get back in there.
Well, I'm glad you guys are off to a good start. I wish you guys the best in continuing to sustain what you want over there on Battlefield.
Plenty of hostiles left to fight, Guardian. It's them or us.
All security requests must be directed through central processing.
I want double crucible shifts. I won't have rookies out there without knowing the basics.
Okay, man, killer in there.
Hey, so do you like pause the podcast when I leave?
Unfortunately, I cannot.
Oh, okay, got you.
Oh, but
I'm
that's
back.
okay. That's the whole thing about a live stream. I mean, it's okay if pauses happen amidst those things.
Got you, man.
Talk to me, Guardian. Rumor has it all hell.
Okay, moving on into question... Oh, wait, we didn't finish question 6 yet. Since you did say you had a chance to play for a clan, which was W.c.W, which was your one and only, how has the clan scene evolved your perspective on the community? Because you were able to find something very special.
it's nice to. It was nice for me to. It was nice during the course of it. Like honestly, it was cool. I enjoyed hanging out with people and kind of taking myself out of my personal shell, which I truly like to be by myself most of the time. I focus better that way. So yeah, it was nice. Camaraderie was cool.
Excellent. Question 7. What's more important to your perspective on enjoying the adventure offered in the gameplay? Friendship or power itself?
Oh man, so I just have to pick one.
No, you can pick them both. There's a few people that I've given a test sample to of this panel.
I mean, the
that have said
asshole in me
both.
says absolute power. Honestly, the asshole in me says that. He's gonna be honest.
Fair enough.
But when I think because of how I work, that's the most important thing to me, because of how I work. But
Right.
then again, I'll take that back. Neither one of those things are important to me. The most important thing to me, I can honestly say, is being clever, being a smart player, being sufficient. That's my bread and butter whenever I turn on my PlayStation to play Fall of Cybertron. To be sufficient, be the best killer I can be.
I've
In
never
a fucked up
heard.
sense and in an honest sense.
I've
I'm
never
there-
heard anybody
I'm-
give a third option. That's very different.
My mission is like this. If you played me, and anybody who has played me, honestly, like for example, I played with Tac Venom right here. I played with Con Brawl right here, and I played with both of these guys. Like, and let me ask them a question since they're in this podcast as well, and they can be brutally honest. Tac, would you say I'm an asshole player? What do you think about my playing style? Exactly. I progressively step it up as I play is what you're pretty much saying, right? Okay. But then when you talk to me like you're talking to me now, it's like, oh, he's cool. But the minute I get on there, I'm like an asshole, right?
Targets don't know their targets.
You catch the shift. Yeah.
Fight hard, Guardian. Doesn't help you pull your opponents too easy.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's the type of the opinion that you gave is the exact opinion that I strive to get. That's why I'm laughing, because I'm happy with what you said. I really am. Thank you. I mean, and people, just to let you know, despite the fact he said what he said, me and him are friends. So yeah.
There you go. I mean, you'll feel how he feels. I mean, both you guys will have your opinions, but at the end of the day, the game is a game, and you guys are friends still.
Because it's the game is a persona. It's nothing but a persona, an extension of what you are, that's in you. It may lie dormant, it may be wide open like me, and out there for everybody to see. But when you run into tyre25, you know what to expect. You're either going to get highly irritated, or you're going to be extremely paranoid. Because I can be standing right next to you and you not know it. Go for it. Tell them.
I've seen the Vanguard fleet. For example, the chain burning is forming in Boston, Texas.
That smell when you crack heavy ammo open. Sublime. targets. Red Legion and more.
Yeah.
Not even
So
Fallen, I mean,
it's
also
safe to
War.
say, has anybody in this room ever seen
Dying is
Power?
the essential element of the Crucible. Get back in there.
Power as in like fighting an overpowered
the
player?
TV series? The
Or
TV
Power?
series Power.
I have
Yeah, it's,
heard of it. I have not had a
556.
chance to watch
There's
it.
a character in there by the name of Ghost. He's everywhere, but he's nowhere.
Sounds like Casper.
That's how I define my personality when I play. Everywhere but nowhere. Sometimes you might tag me somewhere and you might actually get me. But sometimes you won't.
Huh.
What news from the war front? Talk to me, Guardian. Rumor has it all hell has broken loose. He calls that a Nova Bomb? Do me a favor. Get in there and show them how it's done, Warlock.
That's a good way to do it too. That is a good way to do it too. Now my question to you is this, bro.
Okay.
Would you say my style is definitely like a ghost?
Reports are coming in
You've never
across the
really
system.
seen me coming head on.
Red Jacks are full.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for your opinion. But yeah, bro, that's best way to define it, in my opinion.
Okay. Well, sounds like you got what it is you needed out of that one.
It's always good to get like, you know, a third party opinion. And by the way, just to let everybody know in this podcast, that opinion was not scripted.
Correct.
That was an actual opinion. So, you know, I'm not gonna act like I'm super badass, but I'm no pushover. Let me just say that to you.
The tower's lost good
Okay.
people, Guardians. Help us push back.
Let me see. Next one here is question. Oh, well, actually, no, I did answer question 7, actually. So, last one here is going to be question 8, and this will be the final question on the podcast panel.
I'm ready.
All right. So, what is your advice to the newer generation of players seeking a great online adventure to be had?
If you really want to have a good time, I would say take my approach pertaining to the attitude of what happens when somebody like takes you out. My approach when somebody takes me out that keeps me having a great time in playing the game is probably more revenge fueled, but not in a spiteful way. It's like, oh snap, that was a good kill, you got me. I gotta come back and get you. I have to. It kind of makes playing worthwhile because I have something to do. I have a motive to gun at somebody about something.
Like
I love having motives.
like a
I love
healthy
having
rivalry.
motives. Exactly. If you can kill me a good amount of times, I'll build up a healthy rivalry with you. Excuse me. But like, if I just keep bodying you over and over and over, and you're not able to get me, then I know it's no point. But yeah, I would say pretty much take your deaths with a grain of salt. Just come back and get even, and show them that you're no pushover, and that's how you'll keep it fun. And also, that's how you'll become really sufficient and known. So yeah, that's my answer.
Okay. Well, that is a rare trait in order to try and have a healthy rivalry without it developing into a needlessly dramatic rivalry. But that is a key difference.
Hey, and another thing too is, dude, if you can't get even the first time around, because it's been many times some people killed me, and I'm not able to find them anymore, or they might kill me again. You know, being persistent goes a long way while playing Transformers Fall of Cybertron. And if you're persistent, you'll get them. And that's one thing a lot of like players that may be better than me notice about me. I'm persistent as shit. If I don't get you this round, I'm going to get you the next round. Either way, I'm going to kill you.
I like that.
Does that make me a tryhard? No. A tryhard is I'm going to be honest with you, everybody, it's a young ass kid word. When you step into a game, you're not trying hard if you go for the top dog. You're proving a point. That everybody can get touched and nobody's invincible. And the bad guy that you thought was bad ain't as bad as he thought he was. And that's it.
Never heard that perspective before. 'Cause most of the time in this day and age, like, a tryhard is somebody that just, like, they get killed so many times trying to get the kill every single way they can possibly get it. Like, you're gonna camp it out, you're gonna try and snipe it out from afar, you're gonna try and get him from behind.
I mean, like I'm a scout to the core, bro. You know that. Everybody in this room knows I'm a scout to the core.
Oh, I know.
They see me do nothing but scout. And it's because, like, I've done everything else. That's why. So, I feel like my seniority kind of gives me the right and the time I put into this game gives me the right to be whatever the fuck I want to be when I want to be it. And if that's a scout all the time, and if that's a destroyer all the time, then hell, that's what it's going to be. And if you don't like it, then maybe you should get better.
I can agree with that sentiment, son. I can agree with that because you put a lot of time invested in this.
When you got Titans, and, like, for example, why did they call it a Titan? He's fucking huge. Let's be honest, right, dude? Like, they're huge. They got slime cannons, destroyers. They might as well be Titans too.
That's true.
Compared to a scout, all these guys seem like Titans. Let's be honest.
Once upon a time, though, in the previous titles, though, they weren't always called Titans. They were called soldiers.
Exactly, soldiers.
I think honestly, soldiers or Titans can fit, but soldiers probably would have fitted them.
And
I don't blame you. They're W.C. I don't blame you. Those nukes were amazing when you can pull them off. Non-glitch, they were amazing.
Exactly.
And especially that the kill streak feature for them. I mean, they pretty much just rendered every other ability like crippled instantly if they can get a 5 kill streak.
But the main point I'm getting to, though, bro, is like,
oh yeah, go ahead.
When you're a little guy, you gotta do what you gotta do, and nobody's gonna understand that unless they're actually being a scout as much as I've been a scout. You know, it's cool to switch it up. You know, it's cool to mix it up. It's cool, but I mean, maybe you just have fun doing that one particular class. It's no different from Gears. For example, all he wanted to do was be like a scientist. They didn't even change their names, right?
No, it's pretty much been the same as it is.
Exactly, bro. Like, seriously. So, I mean, I say this to say, like, you know, however way you do what you do, you play to your strengths. Don't let nobody dictate to you or tell you to try to change what you want to do. Don't let nobody do that to you. That's the main thing.
Gotcha.
And if I'm gonna try hard for constantly coming out of Titan, fuck it, I'll be a try hard. But I asked that question to person, did that Titan go down? At any point in time, did he go down? And that concludes the podcast.
Just to Hank, well,
that was a joke. Just playing.
No, what's going on here? Oh no, something happened on screen just now in the middle of this thing here when I was on Destiny 2. I don't know if I got kicked back to orbit or not. Anyway, I do believe that does conclude the podcast. Actually, that's all. That's the entire segment. Is there anything else you want to say before we conclude?
Nah, man. Just honestly, like, you know, back to the whole truce thing. I think all truce in Fall of Cybertron needs to be eliminated. eliminated like right now. No, then that'll make good players want to come back and play.
I agree. If they can
Go
hear
ahead,
you,
say something
go on
about it,
ahead.
man. Speak on that. Yeah. That's right. That's right, dude.
Correct.
In terms where everybody can understand what he's saying, for those who didn't really get it, it's your world. Don't let nobody tell you to be something you don't want to be. It's a game. You're here to enjoy. If you enjoy playing a Titan, if you enjoy playing a Scout, a Scientist, a Destroyer, anything of that nature, you play what you want to play. I don't mean to be such a like preacher to what I'm saying, but like I'm sick of bullshit. Everybody just get back to having fun, man. That's what it's about.
That is.
But thanks, Tag Venom. Yeah, I think that's definitely it, right?
All right. Well, viewers, you heard it all firsthand here. Of his personal experiences that he can bestow upon you, that you can take with you here on out. And on that note, that will conclude the podcast for today. Thank you all for tuning in. And as always, till all are one.